Hi, Alan here from RVAcrossAmerica.net, and I'm coming to you from a coffee shop in Salmon, Idaho. But this report is mostly about Starvation State Park, which is located in Utah. When I left Vernal and all of the hustle and bustle of the private RV park in Vernal, I headed over to Starvation State Park, which is in Duchesne, Utah. That was just a few days ago, but it seems like a lifetime ago at this point, and I'll explain why in a minute. First of all, the post itself can be found at rvacrossamerica.net/, starvation23. That's starvation 23. And starvation really marks virtually the end. Actually, I made one stop in Rigby before I got up here to Salmon of my retracing steps or revisiting places I've been. I'm now into new territory, and I'm going to have you some interesting reports on what's here in Salmon soon and what's going on up here. I'm going to give you a taste of that in a second. First of all, Starvation. Starvation State Park is a really great state park, especially in October, because October is off season. People have already left for the year. The camping was spectacular. It was beachfront. There's no reservations. It's very easy to get in. My nearest neighbor was about 5 campsites down. You'll see that in the photos over at rvacrossamerica.net/, starvation23. And, something different from the past couple of times I've been there. This was like up until about October 20, and I stayed there for 4 days and 3 nights. The days were in the 70s. The wind was light, which is unusual for Starvation, and that made for perfect kayaking. I hope, by the way, that little intro, which was me enjoying time in the water, was kind of inspiring. I love getting out on the kayak, and that will turn out to possibly be the last of my kayaking for the autumn and winter, except for one day up here in the salmon area at Williams Lake. And again, more on that in a future post. So while I was at Starvation, the town of Duchesne is just about 5-10 minutes away, and I did head over every day to go over to Black Sheep Coffee. I've got some video of that coming up. At the end of this, I guess I got to go that way for you to see the end of it. Anyway, and I'm not used to using the webcam on the laptop. So you're hearing me on that, and you're also seeing me on that, and you're hearing me on this, which is the first that I'm using my earbuds to with the microphone to actually broadcast. So let me know how it sounds. I'd love to hear back from you. Um, excuse me. Still working on getting my voice up to 100% and not coughing. But Black Sheep Coffee is a great place to be when you're in Duchesne. Again, there's some video of it in a couple of moments as soon as I'm done yammering. Um, as far as Starvation is concerned, it's great for kayaking, it's great for hiking, it's great for, I guess, hayaking if you want to combine the two. Um, and boating. The boating, there were a few motorboats out there, and the biggest noise that I had was towards sundown, which, by the way, is getting really early, and it's really short daylight. And it's even getting shorter up here in Salmon, because in Salmon I'm at 45 degrees north. And I'm going to be even further north this winter. I realized I'm going to be above 46 degrees north, which puts me at my northernmost winter I'll have ever spent. It's more than a degree further north than Jay Peak, Vermont, which to me was getting really far north. So, Starvation, again, great place to be. Highly recommended. $35 a night for beachfront as long as they have it. They're going to go over to, by now, they've definitely gone over to their winter rates, which are about half that because they turn off the water. The site has electric and water, and it's got bathhouse just a few feet away. But the bathhouse gets locked up for the winter and the water gets turned off, so hence the rate goes from 35 to 18. I didn't catch that. I did the year before because they had an earlier frost and freeze and they had to turn everything off. But not this time. This time I paid the full price. Oh well, I'll survive. So about salmon, the reason I'm doing this in the coffee shop is from the morning video I created that I'm not going to post. I'm going to post this one. To now, I had breakfast over at Wally's Cafe, which, by the way, is a great place to have breakfast in Salmon. It's very good food. Very interesting place. They have pot pies. I had one yesterday. I don't normally eat breakfast 2 days in a row like this, but Well, hell, it was below freezing this morning here in Salmon, and the temperature has really bottomed out. And what's happened is Salmon is in a deep valley. It's 4,000 feet above sea level. It's surrounded by mountains. There are three roads that lead out of here, and all three have 7,000-foot mountain passes. And all three mountain passes, I understand, are covered by snow and ice. We had a flash freeze last night up on the mountains. I see that just looking out the window. It's been occasional flurries here in town, but you look up on the hills that are maybe 1,000 to 2,000 feet above us, and you can definitely see there's snow on the ground. And even on the road level at the 7,000 foot mark, apparently there are several inches of snow on the ground that is sitting on top of solid ice, because the first thing that the snow did when it came down heavily is it melted because it had been so warm. Well, it only takes so much heavy snow before it starts to stick, and then what it's sticking on is a layer of ice. So I am technically stuck here in Salmon waiting for that to get cleared out, because I'm not taking the fifth wheel up and over Lost Trail Pass to Montana before they get that mess cleaned up. And hopefully they're going to get that mess cleaned up today so that tomorrow around midday I can get out of here. If I have to, I'll delay another day. Anyway, that's what's going on in here in Salmon. I will bring you up to speed on more stuff happening. But Alan here, rvcrossamerica.net/starvation23. And stay tuned. Again, I've got some good footage for you coming up that way um, on Black Sheep Coffee and on Duchesne itself. And then we're done. But go over to the post. There's great photos. As always, there's backstory. And hey, I love to get thumbs up. I love to hear comments, both here on YouTube if you're on YouTube. And if you're not on YouTube, then don't leave a comment on YouTube or on my post. Under my post, there's always a comment section. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, evening, night, whenever that you're seeing this. Take care. Stay tuned. More video to come.